Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to restore a headlamp. This is a Jaguar S-type headlamp that has some bad crazing and discoloration to both the upper parts of the lens, as you can see. This isn't actually a particularly bad one, but I thought I would do it anyway. The glass has been stripped from the car just to make it easier, and also because I'm repairing the adjusters that are broken as well. I'm going to be using this kit, which I got off eBay for about £8. There's plenty of other kits available, all pretty much identical in terms of what they're supposed to do, all with slightly varying contents. This kit's actually quite nice because it breaks everything down into two separate sets of consumables, so you can do each headlight at separate times. So what we've got is some 800 grit paper, which is the first stage of sanding, and then 1200 and 2000 grit paper, polishing paste for step 2, and finally some liquid UV protector, which will hopefully seal the lamp for a few months, if not a lot longer. So yeah, we've got 2 lots of that components. We also have the polishing bonnet, some masking tape. If you're going to do this on the car, then you can mask off the area around the lamp so you don't do any damage. And finally a little sponge disc, which is for you to apply the liquid protector. The final actual component is the polishing head. This has a spigot in it which can be removed if you don't want to use a drill, or left in if you do want to use a drill. Now I thought this was an M14 connector, so I went out to the garage and got my trusty old angle grinder. Unfortunately it's actually an M10 thread, so it's going to be no use on my angle grinder. So I've now changed up to the drill. This is a Ryobi. Other leading manufacturers are available. This has been a trusty companion of mine for a while now. I've also got some water with a couple of drops of washing up liquid in it, just to help lubricate as we do the job. So the first stage is the 800 paper, which we attach to the Velcro pad, and then small amount of water. Not exactly easy, let's do it this way. Lubricate the lens. You want a fairly slow speed. We'll turn the speed right down on the drill. And then just polish the whole of the lens. You keep going, keep polishing both pieces of the lens, keep it moist. Keep the speeds down. You don't want to burn the lens or score it or cause any more damage. And don't work on one place for too long either. Keep it moving all the time, never stopping moving, otherwise you will burn the lens as well. As you can see here, I'm just looking on the top half, that's where most of the damage is on this particular one, but on really bad ones you'll have to work the whole lens. You may find it easier if the drill locks in speed. Actually hold the drill steady and actually work the lens against it. So I've finished doing both sides of the lens. You can still cloud it, that's because we've been grinding with 800 grit. I've given it a wash to get rid of all the grit. And now I'm going to change over to the 1200 paper and continue with that. And then of course lastly we switched up to the P2000 paper. stage, we've now used all 3 sanding compounds, and as you can see there's quite a lot of haze on the lamp. So next we're going to go on to the polishing compounds. Unfortunately, when you remove the discs it rips the backing off, so we really want to be kind of sure that we've got all of the sanding work done. Next we take the polishing mop and attach that to the sanding head. And then we have stage 2, the polishing compound paste. So you kind of apply this to the mop and then just work it onto the lamp multiple times until you've used up all of the sachet, running through quite a lot of times. Keep the drill speed about the same, not too high, otherwise you will end up burning. So again, we're working around the lens. It's a lot easier now because it's a sponge, so it doesn't jump as much. You can go on to the actual clean lens part as well. You kind of blend the gap between the two, whilst also polishing out all the scratches that we put in from the sanding work. And we'll keep doing this as long as possible with the compound. Keep going over it over and over again until the compound's all used up. That'll give us our best chance of a good shine and a good lamp. So partway through the process of polishing, I've polished the insides of the lenses because I can, just a light polishing, gets rid of any dirt, makes it easier to tell if the process is going well. So far it seems to be good. I've done the main lens a couple of times, I'm just doing the second lens. What I'll do in a minute is give it a clean and see how good it looks and then continue polishing. Well, that's all the polishing finished. It looks a lot better, although if you look closely in some lights you'll see that there's still is some polish marks and some sanding marks around. In particular it's very difficult to see, but there is a area in the middle of the lens between what was sanded and what wasn't sanded where it's gone a little bit wrong, I guess, but that's effectively a lot better than it was and will shine a lot more light. The last stage would be to apply the liquid protector. Liquid protector. I'm going to wait until I reassemble the lights because I'm going to have to go in the oven to seal the glue. So hopefully that'll be next week when the lamp repair kit arrives.